Hello, this is Susan Ashley. Welcome to my YouTube channel once again. Please like, share, and do all of those things. Okay, so let's continue with our universal laws. And today we're going to talk about the law of polarity. That's a really good one, isn't it? The law of polarity. And in fact, I do believe that's a fundamental to reality, right? Good, bad, right, wrong, hot, cold, male, female, all of these things. There is this law of polarity. Both energies hold something in them, right? And as I understand it, we cannot move to the next level unless we understand this primary law of polarity, right? Because what we're going into, that's kind of like duality, isn't it? And we're going into unity consciousness, which is triality. So it means that there's these two sides, but there's a third component. And that third component is God, the universe, light. It's the energy that flows through everything, that is actually neutral, right? Our intention makes something dark or light, but we must understand those two sides. And I feel what's happening at the moment, particularly at the moment, is we are all being challenged to accept both sides of the coin, because we cannot move up to another level into a different reality unless we understand the reality that we're in. You don't get out of the shit in your life unless you understand the circumstances you're in and accept them. So if you're in a shitty relationship or in a shitty job, you don't leave it until you fully embrace the fact that it's shit. And then once you accept that it's shit, you do something about it. It's the same if you have a drug problem or you're an alcoholic. You don't do anything about it until you accept you have a drug problem and you're an alcoholic, right? So unless you can accept the good and the bad, and I know a lot of people, they don't, particularly in the new age, they don't, oh no, we're just going to be positive, can't go into the negative. You know, it's all this fear around going into the negative and seeing the shadow side of ourselves and the world around us. And because there's been so much fear around that and displaced focus around that through the new age being hijacked, you know, there's a lot of false light out there that will tell you only think about positive things. If you're thinking about negative things, you're going to create negative things. That's true if you put your focus on it. But it's also true that if you acknowledge those negative things, you can release them and you can put your focus on that, releasing them. So, you know, the problem that we're having right now, the biggest issue is the fact that everyone say, oh, they're not waking up. What aren't they waking up to? They're not waking up to the level of evil that's on this planet and the level of darkness. So they're not understanding polarity. They just want to be in this corner over here and everything's nice and everything's good. And if I just hide away, someone else will do it for me and I won't have to face it. But at some point we have to face the polarity. Just as I said to you, I had to face a young woman sitting in front of me as I'm beginning a seminar who I was cruel to when I was 15 years of age. I had to face that. She was in front of me. I had to ask for forgiveness. Well, I didn't have to, but my whole being needed to, because I always felt bad about that. That was my shadow side. I have other shadow sides too that I've had to face, particularly anger. I used to be a very, very angry young woman, and I had to face it. And I had to work through it. So I understand anger. And then I helped many, many people face their anger because I understood it. I understood what it can do to you. I understood what it can create in your life. We need right now to understand what polarity is. And once we have embraced that, I'm telling you now, you will literally pop into 5D because it's so close. It's there already. We've almost hit the physical reality of it. That's why everything is so polarized at the moment. This is a very important universal law. And when I say look at the shadow, I don't mean embrace your evilness and allow that all to come out. One of the things I don't like about the New Age and the false light is a saying that says, ask and you shall receive. Okay, why don't I like it? Because it infers that I can get anything like a Christmas list, and I can ask for anything and do anything because I am free to ask for anything. And that's very much in alignment with Aleister Crowley's Do As Thou Wilt. It's in alignment with the darkness. It's in alignment with ego. I have millions and that proves how powerful I am. I've got a Lamborghini and I have, look like this on Instagram and I'm an influencer and that proves how powerful I am. Well, that's great that you have that. But what are you actually contributing to life? What are you contributing to this planet but your ego? I'm sorry, but I'm just going to have to say it because I'm tired of it, like many of us, and nobody's willing to say it. What are you giving? Are you a nice person? Are you sharing what you have? And I don't mean giving it away either. Just because you have abundance doesn't mean that you are bound to giving it away to everyone in front of you. And it doesn't mean that someone else can take it from you. But what are you contributing? Are you contributing to the degradation of women? Are you contributing to the power and authority of men that feel that they can treat people in a certain way by coming from your ego? You can go into that darkness. That's the law of polarity. You can go in there and you can stay in there if you choose to. It's up to you. It's entirely up to you. But what's happening on the planet at the moment is that we have a wonderful opportunity to go into unity consciousness. And I know I've sat in front of thousands of people in my life. And every single one of them have wanted the same thing. And every one of them have cried about the same thing. Every one of them have agonized about the same thing. And that's love. And love doesn't come from evil. It comes from goodness. It's something we want to feel. We want to feel towards other people. It's that good place in ourselves that we want to be open enough to feel. So I would say that people are stuck in between these two worlds, in between light and dark, in between love and hate. They're stuck in the middle because they're not willing to accept polarity. And I hope that's made it a little bit more clear for you today and that you can sit and think about where you fit in that. Because some people say that they're neutral. Oh, I'm neutral, I'm Switzerland. That's just turning off. Because at the moment you are being asked to take a side. You're being asked to see what that polarity is and choose a side. You can't sit on the fence anymore. And welcome to the new world, because the fact is 5D is coming, and it's coming with like a freight train. It's coming at us, and it's going to push all of your stuff up. You won't be able to hide. You won't be able to hide, and no one else will be able to hide. So you may as well look at it and embrace it and be willing to have the courage to actually look at what's going on and accept it. So on that note, I'm going to say thank you for listening. I hope this has shed some light in your life. I know it's not a very pleasant subject, polarity, but like, share, do what you will. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.